Hello, my teachable students. I welcome you back to our special class where we present the simplicity of the science subject. Like I promised you yesterday that I'll be dropping a video that has to do with how I solve the problem we have in example 3. If today is your first time of watching our videos, I will say congratulations. Why? Because it is in God's plan. Please do good by going to our previous videos and listening to how I solve the problems we have in example 1 and in example 2. In fact, listen to the teachings that come before the problem we have in example 1. So in listening and writing, it will help you to have what I call perfect, accurate, and absolute understanding. So I want to advise you to listen to the teaching with your writing material. All right. So we have a group on WhatsApp where we solve problems in science subject. Feel free to click on the link in the comment section to join the WhatsApp group. Come before example 1. So after listening to the teaching, then you can go to the example 1 and see how I solve the problems in example 1, and then move to example 2 and listen to how I solve the problem in example 2. Please do not forget, you need to come with your writing material. You need to jot things down. So listen to every detail and jot. All right. So the understanding you have on how I solve the problem in example 1 and example 2 will help you further to understand how I'll be solving the problems we have in example 3. Now let's go to example 3. Let me read out the question. In the diagram, QRT is a straight line. If angle PTR is equal to 90 degrees, angle PRT is equal to 60 degrees, angle PQR is equal to 30 degrees, and the value of the line PQ is equal to 6 √3 centimeter. Calculate the value of the line RT. Calculate the value of the line RT. Now, if you look at the diagram under this question, it has three triangles, and the best thing to do is to split them. All right. So to split them, and in your splitting, do not forget that you bring out just three capital letters. Why three letters? Because triangle has three angles, three sides. So we bring out three capital letters that form a shape, which is triangle. Another three capital letters that form a shape, triangle. Another three capital letters that form a shape, triangle. Remember what I said in example 2, that when you have a shape that has two triangles or more triangles, that after splitting them, there will be a common side. And the common side is very useful. At times, the value of the common side will be given, and at times, the value of the common side will not be given. So, if the value of the common side is not given, I will advise you to find the value of that common side, because it will be used to find other side. Now, according to this shape now, so let us split it. The first triangle is PQR. I said bring out three capital letters, and that will form a shape, triangle. PQR. Now in PQR, there is no right angle. Right angle is formed at the point capital letter T. So in PQR, there's no T. So the triangle we have here is not a right angle triangle. So we don't need it. Because when it comes to the use of SOH, which we call the arrangement, it only works with right angled triangle. Alright, again, when it comes to the SOH, the arrangement, it only works with what? Right angled triangle. A triangle that has a symbol that has a value 90 degrees. So the first triangle we brought out here, which is PQR, has no right angle in it, so we ignore it. All right, now the second triangle we are going to bring out now is PRT. Three letters: PRT. PRT. Three letters. All right, and in this triangle it has angle 90, okay, at T. So that makes the second triangle a right angle triangle. So what you have there is applicable under this topic. And the third triangle we are going to bring out is the external triangle, the whole triangle, which is PQT. So the T is where we have the angle 90 degree. All right. So from the three triangle we brought out now, it's only two that are right angled triangle. All right. So let us focus on those two that are right angled triangle. Now the first one, we have just a known value, just one known value, which is what? Angle 60 degree. So question like this can be a bit hard to solve, all right, because it has just only one value, which is 60 degree. Now the second right angle triangle has two known value. It has two known value, which are 30 degree and 6√3 centimeter. Now because it has two known value, then it is very easier to start with that right angle triangle. So let us start with it. And don't forget that if you are going to solve problem under right angle triangle, you first name the side. And I told you in naming the side, you focus on two first, which is what? The opposite side and the hypotenuse side. So once you have the opposite side and the hypotenuse side, then automatically the third side becomes the adjacent side. Is that clear? So let's go to the second right angle triangle. Now you discover that 30 degree is facing x. So that makes x the opposite side. Letter O. That O stands for opposite side. And the right angle is facing 6√3 in centimeter. So 6√3 in centimeter becomes what? The hypotenuse side. That is H. Okay, that H stands for what? The hypotenuse side. So we are using the known value to find the unknown value. Of course, the unknown value is x. So if you are using 6√3 to find the value of x, x is O and 6√3 is H. So O and H, we can find that in so. So we are making use of sign to find the value of x. So to be sine, okay, we have that there. Sine 30 degree is equal to opposite, and the opposite is x over hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is what? 6√3. Now sine 30 in fraction is 1/2, is equal to our x over 6√3. Do not forget in example 1 and example 2, I said when you have equal sign, then we have the left hand side and the right hand side. And when you have a single fraction on the left hand side and a single fraction on the right hand side, just use the value you have, the numerator, to multiply the denominator, one on the left, one on the right, and use the numerator on the left to multiply the denominator you have on the right. So the x will be multiplied by 2. That gives us 2x. And 1 will be multiplied by 6√3. That gives us 6√3. And from the diagram, what you have is ordinary x, not 2x. So it means the 2 beside that x will have to leave that place. So what do? Under 2x, you place 2. And under 6√3, you write 2. Meaning you are dividing both sides by 2. So when 2 divide 2, you'll be left with x. And you're actually looking for x. Then, and when 2 divides 6, you have 3. So the value of x now is 3√3 in centimeter. Now don't forget that that x is the common side for the two right angle triangles. So you cannot take that x, the value of x, to the first right angle triangle. So two values now, all right, in the first right angle triangle. So the two values now are what? The 60 degree and 3√3 in centimeter. So we use those values to find the value of y. Do you understand? And to find the value of y now, don't forget you have to name the side first. So in naming the side, it's called that x is opposite, y is facing the given angle, which is what? 60 degree. And for the hypotenuse, that is the blank space, which where we have the PR. So that's the hypotenuse. So when you have the hypotenuse you have the opposite, automatically the third side becomes what? The adjacent, which is y. So our y is the adjacent side. So we are using the value of x, which is opposite, to find the value of y, which is what? Adjacent, which is OA. And OA, we can get that in TOA. So we are using tan now to find the value of y. So to be tan 60 degree is equal to opposite. The opposite is what? X over what? Adjacent. What's adjacent? Y. So we have tan 60 is equal to 3 root 3. 3 root 3 is the value of x. Don't forget that. Over y. So the fraction of tan 60 degrees is root 3. You can just put one under it to make it fraction. Again, the value of tan 60 degree is root 3. You can place one under it to make it a fraction. Is equal to 3 root 3 over y. So you now use the numerator you have on the left to multiply the denominator we have on the right, and the numerator you have on the right to multiply the denominator you have on the left. So y will be multiplied by root 3. That gives us y root 3. And 1 is multiplied by 3 root 3. That gives us 3 root 3. So that root 3 beside that y will have to leave that place. So what do? Under y root 3, you write root 3. And under 3 root 3, you write root 3. Meaning you are dividing both sides by root 3. Alright? So root 3 will cancel root 3. You'll be left with y. Okay? And root 3 will cancel root 3. You'll be left with what? 3. So the value of y is 3 centimeter. And what you're actually looking for is that y. And if you trace that y is between what? RT. So our RT is the y, which is what? The 3 centimeter. So we succeeded in getting the value of y, which is the required side, RT. Alright, so do not forget that science subjects are the most simplest subjects. So from DFM, Mike Matthews is saying bye for now.